This is Reese, and you're watching me on You Know I Got Soul.
Speaking of Macklemore, like you guys were opening up for him, there was like a lot of outrage that he, won the hip hop Grammy, and from someone who was able to see him on tour firsthand, I guess what are your impressions of him as an artist, and do you feel like he deserved it?
As an artist, I feel like, we did this tour or whatever, and the interesting about the tour thing and knowing Macklemore now, getting to meet him and spend a little bit of time that I have, is that the fact that this is the beginning for him, in a sense. I mean, he's been doing music for years. We all know that. He's had another album. I've recently looked it up on Wikipedia, and like it only sold like 15,000 copies or something, like his first album. But the dope part about Macklemore and Ryan Lewis is that the guy who produced the first album is in the band,
right? And
is on stage. The people. It's like almost like it's what we do here. It's what we're doing at Javoti Media. Like I'm Kweli's friend, and he's turning around and saying, "You are my friend, and you're talented, and I'm in a position to help. So why am I gonna say, let me go get this person over here?" And a lot of people do that.
Right.
I come from a town where people do that. You know what I mean? They have an opportunity and they're like, yeah, but nobody from home is good enough. We're gonna get this guy. So, it's like he's the real deal. So when people say, I mean, they're indie. Macklemore's an independent artist. He wrote the songs. He wrote the raps. He's a rapper at the end of the day. You've never heard him sing anything. He never will, because he's a rapper. It may not be the kind of rap music you like, but at the end of the day, you may not like Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, but you know his song for a reason, because millions of people like it. So I can't say that I was surprised that he won the Grammy. I can't say I didn't. I think he deserved it. Definitely he deserved it. That whole team worked so hard together, and they did it independently, and they're all really friends. Like they all are from the same town. At the end of the day, if anyone has an ounce of sense to know what it really is when you were talking about the Grammy committee and winning a Grammy, one, that off top, you can buy a Grammy.
Right.
That right there, that statement alone should shut everybody up. If it doesn't, two, there's a Grammy committee, and those are the people that are, the people that decide who gets a Grammy. Now, that's who you should be. That's who we should be talking about. If you're mad about this person winning, then you need to go to the source. Macklemore just is a person that happens to make an album, and he got nominated from his hard work. As far as the whole thing about whether he deserved it, he had one of the biggest records. He technically does rap. He technically is independent. He's like, that is hip hop right now. On top of it, we're in America. He's a white guy. He's a rapper. He's rapping about what he knows and what he loves. Happens to be very on point to who he is. He's not trying to be anything.
Right.
He's not a wannabe anything. He's actually rapping about what he lives. He has a gay uncle. He's rapping about it. Like, how more authentic can that get? And at the end of the day, he wrote about things that are like, he wrote about one of the biggest issues or the biggest things in the last 10 years, which is gay people, gay marriage, anything that has to do with being homosexual. Like, that is a big, theme going on in our world. Our whole world is changing. People are proud now to be who they are, and they don't care now, and that's like huge. That's just the equivalent to like the civil rights movement. It's like, this is real, and this guy is rapping about it unapologetically. People don't even know the story about how that record almost didn't come to be. He wrote this record, he wrote the song, the rap song had the beat, wrote the song, didn't have a chorus, sent it out to a grip of people. Say, oh, this is what we want the record to be about. Put it out, or what we want the record to be about. Can we get a chorus here written from, a singer that's already out there? Nobody would touch it. They got Mary Lambert through the grapevine because she was someone living in the area. They said, oh, this girl was a great songwriter. She wrote it, and that's what it is. How more authentic can that be. She's a lesbian. I mean, come on. It's 2014. What is the most popular thing that's on the news? What do people talk about all the time? This is like this is culture right now. So for you to say that, you know, and at the end of the day, he's a white guy. You know, he's doing everything. I mean, he's being himself, and we're in America. It's like, it's the Grammys. Like, it's people like his uncle that are like, you know, voting more than people that look like my uncle. You know, whether or not it relates to you, it's still, you can't take it away that it wasn't successful, that it wasn't rap music, and that it didn't touch a lot of people. Right. So it's almost, it's like weird. And I don't know if I think this way because I met him before and I've seen how he operates, and you know, I've seen how true they are to what they believe, and whether or not, maybe it's because I've seen that, and you know, they don't know that about him. They don't know that he's lives what he lives, you know? Right. And I don't know, I'm not his best friend, but the guy seems pretty authentic to me. Yeah. He's Irish, wrote a song about being a Haggerty. You know, same love. I mean, that's, you know, that relates to me. I had, you know, a gay aunt, or a gay aunt that we called Uncle Frankie. I just didn't write a song about it, but that I can relate to that, and I'm not white, so it's like, and a whole lot of other people can, but you know, so I don't get it. At the end of the day, you can pay for a Grammy, so really, at least he got the Grammy, and he really has the numbers, and you know, there's so many people that win them, and you're just like, what?
Right. Now, those are all fair points. Thanks for sharing that with us.